Hi everyone, it's Lisa with InkandInspirations.com. Thank you for joining me for week 3 of our 12 weeks of Halloween. And this is the little box project we're going to be making today. And I'm using the new Spooky Fun stamp set and the Halloween night paper and accessories that will be available in the holiday catalog beginning September 1st, 2016. So let's look at what we're going to need to put this project together. I have a piece of thick Whisper White cardstock cut at 4 1/8 by 7, plus a scrap that I'm going to use for die cutting. Then I have some basic black cardstock. I have 2 pieces cut at 3/4 inch by 3 1/8, and 2 pieces cut at 2 1/8 by 3 1/8 inches. I have some Halloween Night Designer Series paper that is going to layer on top of that. And 2 pieces are cut at 5/8 inch by 3, and 2 pieces cut at 2 inches by 3 inches. I also have about a piece of pumpkin pie scrap that I just had in my stash, and it is big enough for a punch, for a classic label punch. And then I'm going to die cut an oval here with the layering oval framelits. So let's do that die cutting first. I'm going to get that scrap piece of Whisper White and the Big Shot. And I have the platform here ready to go. The Big Shot platform and the thin die adapter that's in the annual catalog. A cutting plate, and I'm going to try to cut both of these at the same time. And a lot of times I'll stamp and then cut out my image like this, but on this one I'm using photopolymer, so it's not necessary. I can go ahead and get my die cutting done right now. And so here is what I want out of the Whisper White, that oval, and then the scalloped oval will be cut from the pumpkin pie, and then I'll have enough room left over down here to stamp and punch the sentiment later. Okay, let me find my other cutting plate and put that on top, and we're gonna roll it through. Okay, take these off. And let's set the Big Shot aside. Save that piece of pumpkin pie. And then we're going to start assembling our box. I'm going to set my ovals aside and get my Simply Scored. Okay, now I have our Simply Scored scoring tool, and we're going to do some scoring on this large piece of Whisper White. And I have the long side up at the top, and we've got it at 2 3/8 score line, 3 1/4, 5 5/8, and 6 1/2. And then I'm going to turn it and score at 7/8 of an inch. Okay, let's put this away, and we're going to do some creasing with our bone folder before we even do any trimming. This thick Whisper White is great for putting boxes together, and I think this particular size box is going to hold like the little snack size or Halloween size sizes of M&Ms, Skittles, all of those little packaged candies that you can get for Halloween. Okay, now I'm going to fold up this one on the bottom again. All right, so we're going to do some trimming with our paper snips. Over here, this little narrow rectangle, I'm going to cut that out and off right there. Okay, so now on these other score lines, we're going to cut up to that 7/8 inch score that we made for the bottom. Okay, so now let's get some Fast Fuse adhesive, and I'm going to Move my silicone mat here so I don't get glue on my desktop. And then we'll put that together. But you know, on second thought, I'm going to go ahead and put our layers of designer paper and cardstock on this before we have it assembled. It'll make it a little easier. I just need to remember I've got my adhesive there. So let me get my pieces. The black cardstock is going to go on the large pieces and on the bottom be the bottom layer. So let me just attach those first. I've got these 2 1/8 by 3 1/8 inch pieces here that are going to go on first. All right, and then these narrow strips that are 3/4 of an inch by 3 1/8 inch. Those are going to go on the side panels. And while I'm at it, I'm going to tell you to visit my website at inkandinspirations.com, where you can download the PDF with all the details for this project. Okay, so there we have that. Now let's get our designer paper on. I'm going to do these little narrow pieces here. Okay, and now these other 2 by 3 pieces. And this back side pattern would be cute too, but I really like these little watercolor look pumpkins, since that's what's going to be on our main image. Okay, now we have that ready to go. I can go ahead and assemble the box now. So let me just fold this over, match the sides, and then let's construct the bottom. Where that seam is, we're going to call that the back of the box. So I'm going to fold in my 2 side flaps first, then the back flap, and then the front flap is going to have the adhesive to form the closure. Okay, now let's do a little bit of stamping. Okay, I'm going to use these 3 trio of pumpkins here and some basic black archival ink. And I'm going to ink that up and stamp those in the center there of that Whisper White oval. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp the 3, there are 3 little jack-o'-lantern faces in this set, and I'm going to go ahead and do those in basic black. So I'm going to put this little tiny one right here on this most narrow pumpkin. And then I'm going to take the wide mouth jack-o'-lantern and put him on the biggest pumpkin there. And then the tall pumpkin is going to get this elongated face right there. Okay, I need him. I'm going to go over him again. I didn't get his eye just right. Let's see if I get it. Yeah, that's what I love about photopolymer. You can see through it and go back over the top. All right. Now, to color, I'm using my Pumpkin Pie Classic Stampin' Pad. I'm pumping the lid to get some ink, a little pool of ink there. And I'm taking a blender pen. And this takes a little bit to dry, okay? So that's why I'm kind of stalling before I start coloring. In fact, let me take my Tip Top Taupe and go ahead and do the stems like this, because I'm just kind of coloring in with that brush tip marker. Now I'm going to go ahead, pick some of the ink up with the blender pens, and just very easily color the jack-o'-lanterns. You can color with your pumpkin pie marker as well. It's just, I didn't want to get it too dark. I wanted the faces to really stand out, so that's why I like to color with my ink pads and my blender pens when I'm wanting the actual outline of the image to show and not be covered up by a dark color. Okay. Doesn't have to be exact. Give it that watercolor look. And now I'm going to take this and mount it on top of the pumpkin pie scalloped oval. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that on the front of our box. I need to secure that box a little better with my bone folder. Okay, this is going to go right here because I'm going to leave room for the sentiment at the top. And then let me get this pumpkin pie piece again. And I have Happy Halloween from that same Spooky Fun set. Basic black archival ink. Ink that up. And stamp here along the bottom because I'm going to punch that with my classic label punch. Just like, try to center it there, Lisa. Okay. And then I can go ahead and attach it. And then I'm going to use some of the Halloween Night Baker's Twine. It comes 2 rolls to a pack. One is in basic gray and black, and the other spool is in pumpkin pie and black. And for this project, I just split the ends there, separated the black from the pumpkin pie. This is about 8 inches long, and I'm pulling the pumpkin pie out and making it 2 separate strands. And then I'm just going to tie a bow like that. And then I'm going to separate the strands a little bit, make it look a little messy. It just gives it a different look. You could just tie the twine as it is, but I wanted a little bit of a different look. And it's just fun to do and try new things. So let's see. Put the glue dot and just attach it right here. And then, of course, it's ready for your candy or your treats now. And as I usually do with my projects, I'll cut thin strips of a coordinating cardstock, wrinkle it up, and use as a filler. And then it will hold the candy in and look really cute set out on your table. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.